Remember just a few days ago, we had highs in the 70s? Well, we're a far cry from that now, and we will certainly be a far cry from that tomorrow. Even hotter than today and windier for your Wednesday. Did get a little breezy this evening. Well, it's going to be outright windy by the time the day is all said and done. Could see winds gusting as high as 45 miles per hour. That's enough to get your attention. And that's certainly enough to elevate our fire danger for tomorrow. Weather conditions will make the fire danger higher than usual out there. Good news, though, we're not going to stay with the hot 90s for long. We got maybe 2 or 3 more days, and then we get a nice little break. Not quite as hot, just in time for the weekend. But until then, we're dealing with high pressure, hot area of high pressure. It's on the move, sliding east. Moisture circulating around that high pressure system, so you'll probably notice a few clouds in the sky, especially tomorrow afternoon. And that's why we're thinking, too, over the higher terrain, mountains, we could see thunderstorms, dry thunderstorms, and that's not good. We need some water out of them. So the threat of lightning for your Wednesday is another reason why we have a red flag warning out for all of East Idaho, clear up into Montana, down into parts of northern Utah, and then most of western Wyoming with this red flag warning. So be careful if you're out and about. Temperature tonight, a little warmer than it was last night for your Tuesday. We're looking at 63 for a low. For Idaho Falls, 54 will be the low tonight. That's better than that 48 we had last night, right? Yeah, we'll cool off. We'll get there, but we'll certainly heat up tomorrow. And that 96 you see for the high for your Wednesday, that will tie the record for your Wednesday for August 13th. So pretty impressive out there. And for Wednesday in Pocatello, 98 degrees, just 1 degree shy of tying the record for the date. And as I mentioned, we have gusty winds in the forecast. That means red flag warning out. These are the sustained wind speeds in the afternoon, evening, and that red flag warning's out until 10 p.m. Wednesday night. Wednesday's high temperature map, 96 hot degrees in American Falls, 97 in Twin Falls. Boise today, 102. Tomorrow, 100. Still hot enough. And speaking of 102, Salt Lake City will have a record high tomorrow of 102. So there's always someone else hotter than us. Southeast Idaho Chevy Dealer 7-day forecast. Take a look. We start backing down a little bit. Temperature-wise, the wind will certainly relax. That's good news. And look at the weekend. Warm, mid-80s. Not bad, not bad. Idaho Falls 7-day forecast. Extra windy tomorrow later in the day, and we're in those lower 90s Thursday and Friday, so not quite so hot. We cool off. Temperatures will actually be in the 80s starting Friday, and we'll be in the mid-80s with a mix of clouds and sunshine for this weekend. Blackfoot, same thing. Got just a couple of days where you'll be hitting 90 barely on Thursday, and then even below 90 for your Friday. Teton area, could see dry thunderstorms out there. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of rain. We will be a little cooler this weekend. We like those 70s. Lucky you, Teton area. Central Mountains, we're looking at highs in the 80s starting Thursday, so just get through that day tomorrow with those dry thunderstorms possibly, and of course some gusty winds as well, and a high of 92.